What's up, boys? And in this video I'm just going to be showing you guys how I prepare all of my meats and meals for the week. This is how I meal prep. This is exactly what I've been doing to prep my meals for my Men's Physique show, but basically all I use is this tabletop style grill, and then I have a thing that I can put my meat down on. Check. And then I'm going to start out with my 2 pieces of sirloin steak, and I believe these are both 8 ounces. So yeah, let's get right to it. I'll show you guys how this goes. Slipping gains. Alright guys, so I just got my sirloin steak here. I'm going to put these on here. Now the good thing about this steak is I don't have to cut any fat off of it. And you'll see when I do my chicken breast, you have to cut off the fat because I don't want any extra unnecessary fat that we don't need. So now I'm going to be using this garlic sea salt, California garlic sea salt. If I can take the damn thing off. And season this up pretty nice. And like, you guys can season this however you want to season it. I just like to do salt, pepper, whether it's garlic salt or just regular salt, and then decent amount of pepper here, and then this Jack Daniel's beef rub. This stuff is gas, so I'll just throw a decent amount of this on here. Guys, this doesn't take long. This is why, like, I don't understand why you guys make so many damn excuses. It's not hard to meal prep. You just have to take a little bit of time to do it. And I actually used to cook my meat on the oven top, and it would always like splash up on me and like annoy me, so I moved over to this bad boy, and ever since it's made my life way easier. So just gonna do a little bit of this, and boom, that's it. Now I'll throw this on here, and I clean my grill after every time I use it. I put these sideways because it is a pretty small grill, and these are big pieces. Just like that, and boom, let it wait, give it a couple minutes, and then once I feel it's been about 5 to 10 minutes, I'll come back and I'll cut it in half, and I'll show you guys that when we get there. What I do just to test it and make sure that it's good, I just cut it, and I look, that's pretty good for me, and now I know it's good to go. Now I grab this thing right here, and you see it's in sections. I put my meats there, I'll put rice there, and I'll put veggies there. So I'm just going to put one piece in here. Now I already know these are 8 ounces, but if I'm not sure how many ounces it is, I'll go over here, and I got this thing right here. This is just a basic weight scale, or food scale, and you can just, boom. No way, that's right. No way. Hold on. There we go. Okay. 3.7 ounces. So this is actually only 6 ounces. So roughly 6 ounces. So yeah. And that's nice to have. You guys, I definitely recommend getting one of these because these are really good to have. It's just a food scale. So, alright boys. So now we're moving on to the staple for prep, and something that I feel every guy should be consuming, especially if you want to call yourself a bodybuilder. So for this, I just cut this off. I cut off the extra fat that we don't need. I have a special cutting knife I should probably use for this, but for time's sake, I'm not gonna, overdo it here. But I like to cut this off because you don't want to have all that extra fat if you don't need it. So let's cut all that off. Sorry, Sydney. My girlfriend's recording this right now, and she's being a trooper because she's a vegetarian. So she's like trying not to die on me, but I think she's doing great. So
I'm trying my best.
She's doing great. What I like to do with this is I just do this stuff. This brand's really good, and this is just some seasoning, so I'll throw some of that on there. And then I do some pepper, pretty easy, guys. I mean, there's not much to this. You just season it. Some salt on there. Don't be shy. Same thing. And I'll use this kind for a couple breasts, and then I'll do that kind for the other ones. Just so I can have a little bit of a different taste. And you can get as many seasonings as you want. That's completely up to you guys, but I like to try different stuff all the time, especially with chicken, because it can get boring. So, that's all it is. We'll throw this on here. Boom. Close that, and we'll give it just about another 8-10 minutes or so. Okay. Let me wash this off because this shit has raw on it, and we don't want that. Yeah. So, meat. Alright. Let's see how we're doing here. So, if you look at it, I like to burn the top of it a little bit because I'm absolutely cooked. Cut it. Boom. Perfect. Gas. So you don't want it to look like, you know, mushy in the middle. So I just cut it while it's on there and make sure we're good to go. Boom. Okay. So now we get one of these bad boys. One of these. It's here. Throw it in here. And then, like I said, we put this in here. And I will weigh this out because that's probably like 4 ounces. I'll weigh this out. And I like to do 8 ounces per container, but sometimes I do 6 ounces. It just depends. And then I'm going to put white rice, which I'm working on right now, on this side, usually half a cup or 1 cup. And then I'm going to do my veggies as well, which we will do that as well. So there's that. All right, pouring the rice in. And then we're going to let that sit. And we'll stir it. Okay, we're going to stir it all up, and then we're going to turn the heat off, and we'll put the lid on it. Just 1 second here. I like to stir it up a decent amount. But this will be the rice for the week. Okay, now we're going to put the lid on it. You want to put the lid on it just to trap the moisture and everything. So, let that sit. We're good to go.